She looked into the eyes of New York's most feared mafia boss and said the words no one had ever dared, "Man, don't dare me." In that moment, he wasn't feared, he was fascinated. And she wasn't just brave. She was his. Before we dive into this emotional journey, if you're enjoying these stories of unexpected love and redemption, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss a story that might just change how you see the world. Now, let's begin. The fluorescent lights of Lucia's diner hummed at 11:47 p.m. Gianna Martinez wiped down table 6, her back screaming from the double shift. 28 and exhausted, she caught her reflection in the window. Tired eyes, messy bun, a woman surviving, not living. "Gianna, sweetheart, coffee?" Mr. Castellano's gentle voice cut through her thoughts. "That pot's been sitting since 10. I'm serving you battery acid." She poured anyway, grateful for the routine. The bell chimed. Tommy Rodriguez stumbled in, drunk and grinning. "There's my favorite girl." "Tommy, you know I can't serve you drunk." "Come on, G.I. Just one coffee. Maybe sit with me." His hand reached across the counter. She moved smoothly away. "Tommy, it's midnight. Go home." His smile hardened. "Always so tough. What's a guy gotta do? Respect boundaries." Her voice was flat. "Leave. Now." When he finally left, Mr. Castellano spoke quietly. "You handled that well. I've had practice." Her hand trembled slightly as she poured more coffee. By 12:30, she locked up and took the Q train home. Her Astoria apartment was dark, empty, exactly as she'd left it. One text on her phone, Anna asking about tomorrow's schedule. Nothing else. She poured wine, sat on the couch, stared at nothing. This was her life. Work, home, sleep, repeat. Independent. Self-sufficient. Alone. In the quiet, the loneliness ached. Across the city, Dante Rossi watched a man sweat. The private room at Il Gabbiano was closed to everyone except Marco Testino, who sat across from Dante with trembling hands. "The shipment will arrive Tuesday, Mr. Rossi. Wednesday at latest. Enzo." Dante's voice was silk over steel. His second-in-command materialized from shadows. "Take Mr. Testino to Paolo. Explain what happens when people make excuses instead of solutions." Marco went pale. "Mr. Rossi, please, I have a family." "Then you should have thought about them before failing me." Dante's cold gaze finally lifted. "You have until Monday. If that shipment doesn't arrive, your family needs new income." "Understood." After Marco left, Dante's cousin Leo emerged with whiskey. "You're getting soft." The old man would have broken his legs. "The old man is dead," Dante said flatly. "You've got that same look though. Like you could kill while discussing weather." Leo dropped into the vacated chair. "When's the last time you did something that wasn't business?" "This morning. Gym." "Doesn't count." "When's the last time you were with a woman?" Dante shot him a look. "I don't need a dating coach. You need a life. You're 34, living in that fortress penthouse, trusting exactly 3 people. You're becoming the old man." "I'm nothing like him." "You're alone like him." Leo leaned forward. "He died alone. That what you want?" The words hit harder than they should. Dante stood. "I'm going home." "There's this diner," Leo called after him. "Lucia's, in Brooklyn. Real Italian food, no pretense. You should check it out. Remember what normal people are like." Later, in his immaculate Tribeca penthouse, Dante stood at floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking millions of lights. Millions of lives. All beneath him. He had everything: power, wealth, fear, respect. An empire that stretched across the eastern seaboard. And no one who saw him as anything but the boss. His phone buzzed. "Leo, sending an address, Lucia's Diner, 157 Bedford Avenue, Brooklyn. Try the lasagna." Dante almost deleted it. Then forwarded it to Angelo, "Tomorrow night." Maybe Leo was right. Maybe he needed to remember what normal looked like. He had no idea that normal was about to walk into his life and turn everything upside down. What's harder, being alone because you have to be, or being alone because you're afraid to let anyone in? Drop your thoughts below. Dante's car pulled up outside Lucia's at 9:47 p.m. The neighborhood was tired: brick buildings, corner bodegas, streets where people knew their neighbors. So far from his world it might as well be another planet. Inside, garlic and tomato sauce hit him like his mother's kitchen decades ago. A woman's voice called without looking up. "Sit anywhere, honey." Dante scanned the nearly empty diner. Most booths open. One section clearly closed, chairs on tables. He walked directly there and sat. Now she looked up. Gianna Martinez straightened, eyes landing on him with immediate assessment. Expensive suit. Confident posture. Sitting in her closed section like rules were suggestions. "That section's closed," she said, not moving toward him. "Looks open to me." His voice was calm, pleasant. Your eyes need checking. Those chairs are literally on tables. She crossed her arms. 6 open booths. Pick one. When was the last time someone told him no? I like this one. He leaned back, testing. Gianna's jaw tightened. Another entitled jerk who'd never heard the word no. She walked over deliberately. Let me guess. You're used to getting what you want. People rearrange themselves around you. Someone says no and you think it's negotiable. His eyebrow raised. You have me figured out? I've met 100 versions of you. She leaned against the booth. But here's the thing, I just cleaned that section. It's closed. Pick any of the 6 open booths, or walk out. Your choice. Fire in her eyes. Real fire. Not calculated seduction or nervous fear. Pure, unapologetic defiance. He smiled. What if I insist? Then we have a problem. And trust me, you don't want a problem with me at the end of a 13-hour shift. They stared at each other. The air charged with something neither could name. What's your name? He asked, tone shifting. The one taking your order if you sit in an open booth. He almost laughed. Actually almost laughed. Fine. He stood, 6 inches taller, 80 pounds heavier. She didn't step back. Didn't blink. He moved to booth 3. Saturday. Looked at her expectantly. Gianna grabbed a menu, walked over with tired professionalism. Coffee. Black. And what do you recommend? The door. But she caught herself. Lasagna's good. My grandmother's recipe. Then I'll have that. As she turned to leave, and your name? Something told her not to answer. This man was trouble in Tom Ford. But she was tired of being rude. Gianna. Gianna. He said it like he was tasting it. Italian. Grandmother was. Mother's Puerto Rican. I'm American. Anything else? That's all. For now. The for now hung like a promise or threat. 20 minutes later, she brought the lasagna. He tasted it and something shifted in his expression. This is exactly like my mother used to make. Your mother was Italian? Sicilian. She passed when I was 16. I'm sorry. She meant it. They talked. About her grandmother's diner. About keeping it alive. About his mother's cooking. By closing time, it was just them. Finally, we close in 15. He placed several bills on the check. $200 for an $18 meal. I don't need your charity. It's not charity. It's payment for the best conversation I've had in months. Keep it. Please. They stood too close. She could smell his cologne, expensive and woodsy. Why did you really come here? She asked quietly. My cousin said I needed to remember what normal people are like. And, do you remember? I'm beginning to. He paused. I'll be back. Something in her chest tightened. Why? Because I want to know what category you'll put me in once you figure it out. He moved toward the door. She spoke before thinking, wait. He turned. Don't come back. I'm not some working-class fantasy or challenge to conquer. I'm trying to survive. And guys like you are dangerous. Dangerous how? You make women think they matter. Then you disappear. Dante moved one step closer. I don't know what men have done to you. But I'm not them. And when I say I'll be back, I don't say it lightly. Why me? You could have any woman. Because you told me no. He said it simply. Because you looked at me like I was just a man. Do you know how rare that is? I close at midnight. If you come back, don't make it weird. Just, be a customer. He reached for the door. Stopped. Turned. But Gianna? What? His eyes locked on hers, intense enough to steal her breath. Don't dare me to stay away. Because I'm not good with being told what I can't have. The words hung like a challenge. Like a promise. Gianna felt something dangerous unfurl in her chest. She should stay quiet. Should let him leave. Instead, she took 3 steps toward him. Close enough to see gold flecks in his dark eyes. She looked up at him, heart hammering, voice steady. Man, don't dare me. The words landed like a spark in gasoline. Dante went perfectly still. Every muscle tensed. His hands slowly curled into fists, not in anger, but restraint. No one challenged him. No one. And this woman, this infuriating, beautiful, fearless woman, just did exactly that. The silence stretched, thick and electric. Gianna didn't back down. She was daring him right back. And God help them both, he liked it. Go home, she said softly, steel underneath. Before one of us does something stupid. He should leave. But his feet wouldn't move. What if I already am? He asked, voice barely above a whisper. Wanting to. Her breath caught. Her armor cracked for just a second, showing the same want, the same dangerous pull. Then she stepped back. Good night, mister. Dante. Dante Rossi. Good night, Dante Rossi. He left. The door chimed shut. Inside, Gianna locked the door with shaking hands. Don't dare me, she whispered. What the hell were you thinking? But she knew. For the first time in years, someone had looked at her fire and hadn't flinched. Everything had changed in 3 words. Man, don't dare me. And he was about to take that dare very seriously. Gianna didn't sleep. She lay in bed replaying those final moments. The way he'd looked at her. The heat that had flooded her body. How 3 words had somehow shifted everything. Don't dare me. Stupid, she muttered at 6 a.m., giving up on sleep. By the time she opened the diner at 7, she'd almost convinced herself he was just another customer. Wealthy men didn't come back. They got their ego boost and moved on. Anna arrived at 8, took one look at her face, and whistled. You look like hell. Didn't sleep well. This about Mr. Fine in a suit? Anna tied on her apron, grinning. Because you two had a moment. There was no moment. Drop it, Anna. But she couldn't stop glancing at the door. Every chime made her head jerk up. It was never him. By 3 p.m., she was angry. Angry at herself for caring. Angry at him for getting in her head. Angry at the stupid flutter every time she remembered his voice. Don't dare me to stay away. He's not coming, she said out loud while restocking pies. Who's not coming? Mr. Castellano asked. No one. She forced a smile. The usual? He studied her with knowing eyes. Whoever he is, if he's worth it, he'll come back. If he doesn't, he wasn't worth your time. She nodded, went to put in his order, and tried not to hope. Across the city, Dante discovered Gianna Martinez had become a problem. 16 hours later, sitting in a meeting with the Calabrese family, he couldn't remember what they just said. Mr. Rossi? Vincent Calabrese leaned forward carefully. Do you agree to the terms? Dante blinked, pulling himself back. Give me the summary again. After the meeting, Enzo cornered him. You want to tell me what's going on? You've been off all day. I'm fine. You're never off. Not like this. Enzo crossed his arms. This got something to do with that diner Leo mentioned? Dante loosened his tie, moved to the window. Have you ever met someone who didn't fear you? Enzo frowned. What do you mean? Someone who looked at you, knowing what you are, and still told you no. Can't say I have. That's the point. Enzo paused. But you met someone like that? A waitress. At Lucia's. Dante's jaw tightened. She treated me like I was nobody. Challenged me. A slow smile spread across Enzo's face. And you liked it. I didn't say that. You didn't have to. Jesus, Dante. You're hooked. Enzo moved closer. So go back. I shouldn't. Why not? Because involving her meant making her a target. Because women close to him became vulnerable. Because addiction was weakness. Because it's complicated. Everything's complicated. When's the last time something interested you? When's the last time you felt anything? Enzo's voice softened. Go see her. Or don't. But stop pretending you haven't already decided. At 8:47 p.m., Dante texted Angelo, Lucia's diner. Now. Gianna was wiping the counter at 9:03 when the bell chimed. She didn't look up. Sit anywhere, I'll be right. Booth 3. Her head snapped up. Dante stood inside the door, hands in pockets. Her heart did something acrobatic. You came back. I told you I would. People say a lot of things. She set down the cloth. They were alone. Anna had left at 8. Dante moved to booth 3. Saturday. Waited. Gianna grabbed a menu and walked over. Coffee. Please. Food. What are you having for dinner? The question surprised her. I don't usually eat after being around food all day. You should eat. Concern edged his voice. When's the last time you had a real meal? What are you, my mother? The deflection felt weak. Humor me. Have dinner with me. I'm working. The diner's empty. Take a break. He gestured across from him. Unless you're afraid. Her spine straightened. Of what? Of me. Of this. Of whatever happened between us last night. Nothing happened. Liar. He said it softly, without accusation. She should say no. Should protect herself. Fine. But I'm ordering, and you're paying. A smile tugged his mouth. Deal. She slid into the booth, acutely aware of the intimacy. She'd served hundreds of customers. Sat with none of them. They talked. About his import-export business he wouldn't fully explain. About her grandmother's diner and why she was killing herself to keep it alive. About loneliness neither wanted to admit. Her phone buzzed on the counter. 3 texts from Anna about Tommy, drunk, posting on Facebook, coming to the diner. Shit, Gianna muttered. Problem. Dante was already standing, alert. Just a customer from yesterday. He gets drunk and handsy. The bell chimed. Tommy stumbled in, eyes finding Gianna. There she is. My girl who's playing hard to get. Tommy, you can't be here when you're drunk. Who says I'm drunk? He moved closer, unsteady. Just wanna talk. I'm not your girl. You could be. If you'd stop being such a bitch about it. Dante moved, not fast, not aggressive, just repositioned between Gianna and Tommy. Tommy's bleary eyes focused on him. Who the hell are you? Someone suggesting you leave. Dante's voice was calm, pleasant. But underneath was something cold that made Tommy step back. This ain't your business. It became my business when you called her a bitch. Still pleasant. Still terrifying. Apologize. Fuck you. Tommy tried stepping around Dante, reaching for Gianna. Dante caught his wrist. Not violently, just a simple grip. Tommy gasped, knees buckling. I said apologize. Then leave. Don't come back. Clear. Tommy's face went red, then pale. Sorry. Sorry, Gianna. I'm just. Dante released him. Tommy ran out. Silence. Gianna stood frozen, pepper spray on her belt and used. She'd been ready to handle it herself. Always handled it herself. But watching Dante do it had done something she didn't want to examine. You didn't have to do that, she said, voice shakier than she wanted. I know. But I wanted to. He turned to face her. Are you okay? I'm fine. I've dealt with worse. That doesn't make it okay. He moved closer. No one should talk to you that way. Who are you really? She whispered. He didn't answer. Just looked at her with dark eyes holding secrets. I wouldn't lie to you, he finally said. But I wouldn't tell you the truth either. Not yet. Because knowing makes you vulnerable. And if I want to know anyway? Then ask me tomorrow. He moved toward the door. Lock this after I leave. And if Tommy comes back. I can handle myself. I know you can. He looked back. But you shouldn't have to. Then he was gone. Gianna locked the door and slid down against it. Her phone buzzed. Unknown number, make sure you get home safe. D. She should be angry about him having her number. Instead, she smiled. Then stopped smiling, angry at herself. She typed, how did you get this number? I have my ways. That's creepy. I know. But I needed to make sure you're okay. She stared at the screen. Should establish boundaries. Instead, I'm fine. Go home, Dante. Soon. Are you leaving soon? Yes. Good. Drive safe. She almost left it there. Almost. Dante? Yes? Thank you. For tonight. 3 dots appeared, disappeared, appeared. Anytime. I mean that. She believed him. That was the problem. Belief was the first step toward hope. And hope was the most dangerous thing of all. 3 days. Dante came every one of them. Always around 9 when the rush died. Always booth 3. Always with that intense focus that made Gianna feel singular. Seen. They talked about everything except what mattered. Her grandmother's recipes and stubbornness. His mother's laugh and Sunday dinners. Careful conversations that felt like circling something neither wanted to name. Night 4, Thursday, Gianna caught herself reapplying lip gloss at 8:50. Watching the door at 8:58. The bell chimed at 9:02. You're late, she said before stopping herself. Dante raised an eyebrow, amused. Am I? You're usually here by 9. So you've been counting. He slid into booth 3, looking pleased. Don't flatter yourself. She grabbed the coffee pot. The usual? Actually, what time do you close? Midnight. Why? Because I want to take you somewhere after. Dinner. Real dinner. Every warning bell went off. This was crossing a line. I don't think that's a good idea. Why not? Because you're a customer. Because I don't know you. Because whatever this is, it's not real. Stop. His voice was gentle but firm. You don't believe that. I don't know what I believe. Frustration bubbled over. You show up every night. You look at me like I matter. And I don't know why. Dante stood, moved close enough she had to tilt her head back. I want to take you to dinner. I want one evening where we're not separated by a counter. I want to try. And then what? You disappear. Maybe. I don't know what happens next. His honesty surprised her. But I know I want to try. She should say no. Okay, she whispered. His eyes widened. Okay. One dinner. But I drive myself, I tell Anna where I'm going, and if you're a serial killer, I'm haunting you forever. A real smile broke across his face. Fair enough. At 10:15, the sky opened up. Rain hit the windows like bullets, becoming a deluge within seconds. By 11:30, the last customers had left. The storm showed no signs of stopping. You can't drive in this, Dante said. I've driven in worse. Gianna. He moved to the window. The rain was biblical. Don't be stubborn. I don't want to owe you favors. It's not a favor. It's basic decency. Says the man who won't tell me what he does for a living. She crossed her arms. How do I know you're not kidnapping me? Because if I wanted to kidnap you, I wouldn't wait until the fourth night. His tone was dry. I'd have done it Tuesday when you stayed late alone. Not reassuring. It's honest. He moved closer. Either you accept a ride, or I follow your car the whole way to make sure you're safe. Your choice. She was tired of fighting battles she didn't need to fight. Fine. But I'm texting Anna your license plate. Smart woman. Angelo was waiting with a sleek black sedan. Gianna slid in, Dante following. The interior smelled like leather and his cologne. Too intimate. The rain drummed on the roof, cocooning them. Where to? Angelo asked. Gianna gave her Astoria address. They rode in silence at first. Then Dante spoke. You're angry. I'm not angry. You're doing that thing with your jaw. She glared at him. You've known me 4 days. You don't know my tells. I'm observant. He used her words from earlier. Despite herself, she almost smiled. I'm not angry, she said softer. I'm just not used to people taking care of me. I've noticed. So why keep pushing? He was quiet, then, because everyone needs someone sometimes. Even stubborn waitresses from Brooklyn. Especially stubborn waitresses, she corrected. Especially. They were 10 minutes from her apartment when her phone rang. Anna, frantic. Gi, you need to get to the diner. Now. Someone broke in. Back windows smashed. The cops are here but, Gi, the place is trashed. The phone slipped from Gianna's numb fingers. Dante caught it, spoke with Anna, then leaned forward. Angelo, Lucia's. Fast. No, Gianna whispered. No, no, no. If the damage was bad, she couldn't afford repairs. Would have to close. Would lose everything. Gianna. Dante's hand found hers. Breathe. You don't understand. If I can't reopen, the numbers spiraled. I'll lose everything. You won't. I promise. When they arrived, police lights flashed. Anna ran to her, soaked from rain. Through the broken back window, Gianna saw devastation. Overturned tables, slashed booths, the counter spray-painted with crude words, her grandmother's register smashed on the floor. No, she breathed. Her legs gave out. Dante caught her, holding her up. Officer Chen approached. Ma'am, I'm the owner. Are you the owner? Yes. The word came out broken. Who did this? Not sure yet. But there's a message spray-painted inside. Stay in your lane, bitch. Mean anything. Tommy. Revenge for the other night. Gianna's vision swam. This was it. The end of her grandmother's dream. I need to see inside. It's a crime scene. Give us an hour to document. That's my grandmother's diner. Her voice cracked. Please. Officer Chen was sympathetic but firm. I'm sorry. 1 hour. Dante's arm was still around her. Come on. Let's get you somewhere dry. I can't leave. You're in shock. You're soaking wet. You need to sit before you collapse. I'm fine. You're trembling. She was. Shaking like a leaf. Dante looked at Angelo. Take us to my place. It's closest. No, I should stay. The diner will be here in an hour. Right now, you need to take care of yourself. She had nothing left to fight with. She let him guide her to the car. Anna promised to stay and call with updates. As they drove away, Gianna stared out the window, watching her life disappear into rainy darkness. She'd known this day would come. Known the struggle would become too much. She just hadn't expected it to hurt this much. Dante's hand found hers in the darkness. She didn't pull away. For once, she let someone else be strong while she fell apart. Gianna woke to sunlight and panic before memory crashed back. The diner. The destruction. Dante's penthouse. She was on the couch, covered with a cashmere blanket. The space beside her was empty but warm. He'd stayed with her before moving. The clock read 8:47 a.m. She never slept this late. Except there was no diner to open anymore. She found Dante in the kitchen on the phone, speaking rapid Italian in a voice that reminded her exactly who he probably was. When he saw her, his tone shifted immediately. Ti richiamo. He ended the call. You're awake. How did you sleep? Like the dead. She moved to the kitchen island, putting it between them. Thank you for letting me stay. I should go. Have breakfast first. Almost a command. Dante. Please. Just coffee and eggs. Her stomach growled traitorously. Fine. Then I need to see the diner. He nodded, already pulling out eggs and butter. She watched him cook, efficient, practiced. You cook. My mother taught me. She said a man who can't feed himself is a child. He cracked eggs into a pan. After she died, cooking was the only way I felt close to her. The vulnerability made something in her chest soften. How old were you? 16. Cancer. She fought for 2 years, refused to let the pain show. He flipped the eggs. My father fell apart after. He'd always been hard, but losing her made him cruel. He threw himself into business and forgot he had a son. Is he still alive? No. Killed 7 years ago. Business dispute. The way he said it made it clear this wasn't regular business. I'm sorry. Don't be. We weren't close. He plated the eggs, slid them across. He taught me about running the empire. But my mother taught me about being human. I try to remember her lessons more. She ate slowly, aware of him watching. When she finished, he poured more coffee without asking. Dante, last night you said you'd help with the diner. I meant it. I can't accept your money. What if it wasn't just money? What if I helped you rebuild? Used my connections to get contractors, materials. Made it done right and fast. Why would you do that? He was quiet, then, because I know what it's like to lose the last piece of someone you loved. That's not the only reason. No. He moved around the island slowly. Because you matter to me. I don't know how or why. But you matter, Gianna. And watching you hurt last night, I wanted to find whoever did that and make them regret being born. The violence in his voice should have scared her. Instead, it made something primal respond. Who are you really? She whispered. His jaw worked. Do you really want to know? Yes. Even if it changes how you see me. I already know you're dangerous. I see it in how people react to you. How you handled Tommy. So just tell me. Silence stretched. Then quietly, my family is Cosa Nostra. Mafia. We run operations across the East Coast, legitimate businesses mixed with less legitimate ones. I inherited it all when my father died. There it was. The truth she'd suspected. She should run. Is that why you kept coming back? Was the diner part of some business thing? No. He moved closer, hands framing her face. God no. Gianna, I came back because for the first time in years, someone looked at me and saw a person. Not a boss. Not a name to fear. Just me. I don't know how to do this. Be with someone like you. I don't know either. I've never wanted to bring anyone into my world. It's too dangerous. But with you, I forget why I should stay away. She should be sensible. I need to see the diner, she said. I need to know how bad it is. I'll come with you. You don't have to. I want to. His voice was firm. If you'll let me. Part of her wanted to refuse, but the larger part didn't want to be alone. Okay. The diner looked worse in daylight. Yellow police tape. Boarded window. Through the glass door, Gianna saw the full devastation. Officer Chen met them outside. Ms. Martinez. We've processed the scene. You're free to go in, but I recommend bringing someone. It's not easy to see. Gianna's hand found Dante's without thought. He squeezed gently. They stepped inside together. The smell hit first. Spilled liquor, chemicals, something acrid. Then the visuals. Every table overturned, every chair broken. The counter gouged with knife marks. The kitchen worse. Pots everywhere, flour coating surfaces like ash. But what broke her was the wall. Her grandmother's photos, 3 generations of history, torn down and stomped. Glass shattered. Frames bent. The image of Nana on opening day, young and proud, was ripped in half. Gianna's knees gave out. Dante caught her. I can't, she choked. I can't do this. You don't have to do it alone. His arm was solid around her waist. Look at me. She turned her face to his chest. We'll fix this. Every single piece. I promise. You can't promise that. Watch me. Officer Chen showed security footage. Even in grainy quality, Gianna recognized Tommy Rodriguez leaving the scene. We'll bring him in, Chen said, handing her paperwork. Your insurance will need a full inventory. After Chen left, Dante made a call. Within 20 minutes, a team arrived, cleaning crew, a contractor, someone to document everything. What are you doing? Gianna asked, overwhelmed. Getting started. I'm going to rebuild this place. Better than before. He turned to her, expression serious. But I need you to trust me. I can't pay you back. I'm not asking you to. Gianna, I have more money than I know what to do with. Let me use it for something that matters. Dante, I can't. Then we're partners. 50-50. We rebuild together. You don't work for me. We're equals, or this doesn't happen. Pride flashed through her tears. Agreed. And you teach me about your world. No more secrets. His expression darkened. Gianna. No. You don't get to protect me by keeping me ignorant. If we're doing this, I need to know what I'm getting into. He studied her, then slowly nodded. Okay. But not here. Tomorrow night. I'll pick you up at 7. I'll show you my world. And Gianna? Once you know everything, you might decide I'm not worth the risk. Let me make that choice. I know exactly how strong you are. His eyes held hers. That's what scares me. His phone buzzed. He glanced at it, expression shifting to something harder. I have to go. Business. The word was weighted. But my crew will stay. Tomorrow, the contractor will have a full plan. Thank you. For all of this. He kissed her forehead, quick and chaste, but it sent heat through her. Tomorrow. 7 p.m. We're something you can move in. Why? A dangerous smile. Because I'm taking you to meet my world. And it's not the kind of place where you sit still. Then he was gone. Anna arrived an hour later, demanded the full story. He's Mafia, Gianna said flatly. And he wants to be my business partner. Anna's eyes went wide. That's telenovela-level dramatic. But also, look at this place. He's already fixing it. Because he's rich. And dangerous. And into you. Anna squeezed her hands. Gi, when's the last time someone fought for you? Never. It's too fast. Sometimes fast is right. Sometimes you just know. Anna hugged her. Just be careful. But also, be happy. You deserve that. Standing in her grandmother's destroyed diner, on the verge of rebirth, Gianna realized Anna was right. She deserved to be happy. She just hoped choosing Dante wouldn't destroy her. Have you ever had to choose between playing it safe and taking a risk that could change everything? What did you choose? Let us know in the comments. The warehouse looked abandoned from outside. But inside, it was something else entirely. Converted office space mixed with social club. Men in expensive suits. A fully stocked bar. Leather furniture. Underneath the veneer, an edge of danger. Every person looked up when Dante entered. Every single one nodded in respect. In fear. This is one of our meeting places, Dante said quietly, hand on her back. Where we conduct business away from eyes. Business. Gianna looked at the men who could probably kill her without blinking. Some legitimate. Import-export, construction, real estate. His voice was low. Some isn't. Gambling. Protection services. Money lending. Loan sharking. Yes. No apology. Just honesty. A silver-haired man approached, cold eyes assessing Gianna. Dante. Unexpected. You've never brought anyone here. Anthony, this is Gianna Martinez. My partner. The word hung with multiple meanings. Anthony's eyebrows rose. Any partner of Dante's is welcome. He extended his hand. She's off limits, Dante added, voice dropping to something dangerous. To everyone. Clear. Anthony's lips twitched. Crystal. In a private room, Dante closed the door. Security monitors showed different warehouse angles. This is what I am, he said, turning to face her. I run an organization in shadows. We hurt people sometimes. Break laws. Do things that would horrify most people. I'm telling you because if we're going to be partners, in business or anything else, you need to know. Have you ever killed anyone? The bluntness surprised him. Yes. Recently. Define recently. Last year. No. But I've ordered it done. His jaw was tight. I won't lie, Gianna. I've done things that would make you look at me differently. I'm already looking at you differently. But maybe not how you think. She moved closer. You're showing me the truth. The darkness. Not hiding it. That takes courage. Or stupidity. Despite the tension, he almost smiled. Probably stupidity. Definitely. She touched his face. But I appreciate the honesty. I need you to understand the risks. People will find out about you. About us. And when they do, you become a way to get to me. A target. So dating you comes with mortal danger? I'm saying it's not safe. And you deserve to know before you decide if this is worth it. She looked at him, complicated, dangerous, impossible. Show me more. I want to understand. He studied her, then nodded. Come on. He walked her through it. Explained operations. Showed her the money counting room, the security setup, the legitimate fronts. It's impressive, she admitted. In a terrifying way. But you're not running. Not yet. Still deciding if you're worth the risk. Smart woman. Back in the private room, he poured expensive whiskey. There's something else, he said. About the diner. Tommy Rodriguez disappeared the morning after the vandalism. We found his apartment empty, car abandoned. Ice flooded her veins. He ran. Or someone moved him. My people asked around. Turns out Tommy's been bragging about his new girlfriend, someone with money who promised to help him teach that bitch a lesson. You think someone put him up to it? I think someone used him. Maybe as a test. Maybe as a message. His hand found hers. There are people who won't like that I'm involved with you. Who'll see you as weakness. So what do? We're careful. You let me assign someone to watch your apartment. Dante, I can't live like that. Then you stay with me. My building has security. Until we figure out what's happening, you stay where I can protect you. That's insane. I know enough. His grip tightened. I know you're stubborn and proud. I know you'd rather handle everything alone. I know you've been hurt and you're scared to trust. And you think I should trust you? You who just showed me a warehouse full of criminals. No. I think you should trust your instincts. And your instincts brought you here tonight. My instincts have been wrong before. Have they? Or have you just chosen wrong men who couldn't handle your strength? The accuracy stole her breath. I see you, Gianna. I see that fire everyone else tries to extinguish. I see the fear you hide. I see the loneliness you pretend doesn't exist. And none of it makes me want you less. Dante. You want honesty? He cupped her face. I don't know what this is between us. But I know when I'm with you, I feel human again. I feel like the man I could have been. And I'm selfish enough to want to keep feeling that. I'm scared. Me too. What if we ruin each other? What if we save each other instead? His thumb traced her cheekbone. What if we take the risk and it's worth it? She looked at him, saw vulnerability beneath the dangerous exterior. Saw loneliness matching her own. Saw possibility. Okay, she whispered. Okay, what? Okay, I'll stay with you. Until we figure this out. And okay, we try this. But Dante? If you break my heart, I'm breaking your kneecaps. He laughed, warm and genuine. Deal. Then he kissed her. Not their first, but the first where they were fully present, barriers down, fear acknowledged but not controlling them. His lips were soft, gentle despite the violence he was capable of. His hands cradled her face like she was precious. She kissed him back with 7 days of tension and longing and fear and hope. When they broke apart, breathless, he rested his forehead against hers. I'm going to disappoint you eventually. Probably. And I'm going to push you away. Test you. I'm not going anywhere. Promise. Promise. He kissed her forehead, her cheeks. Come on. Let me feed you actual dinner. At his penthouse, he cooked his mother's rigatoni. They ate at the island, feeding each other bites, laughing when sauce got on her chin. It felt domestic. Like they'd been doing this for years. After dinner, curled on the couch, Gianna asked about his grandmother. She told stories she hadn't shared in years, rolling meatballs at 6, her nana's laugh, how the diner created family for people who didn't have any. And now you're continuing that. Trying to. Some days I feel like I'm failing her. You're strong enough. And you're not alone anymore. She turned to look at him. Promise me something. Anything. Don't make promises you can't keep. If this gets too complicated, if I become a liability, walk away. Gianna. Promise me. He pulled her into his lap, hands framing her face. I promise that if I have to choose between my empire and you, I'll think very carefully. But I'm not promising I'll choose the empire. You should. Probably. But I've spent 7 years building something I don't want. Maybe it's time I fought for something I do. She kissed him, deep and desperate and full of fear that this couldn't last. He kissed her back like she was oxygen. When they finally pulled apart, she pressed her face into his neck. Stay tonight, he murmured. Not for sex. Just stay. Let yourself not be alone. She should say no. Okay. In his bedroom, he gave her a shirt to sleep in. When they crawled under covers, he pulled her against his chest. Thank you, she said quietly. For what? For seeing me. For not trying to fix me. For just being here. His lips pressed to her hair. Thank you for giving me a chance. I might still run. I know. But for tonight, you're here. That's enough. She fell asleep to his heartbeat, steady beneath her ear. For the first time in years, she didn't feel alone. For tonight, that was everything. Gianna woke to an empty bed and raised voices. She sat up, disoriented. 9:47 a.m. The voices grew louder, Dante's, controlled but sharp. Another man's, angry. Completely irresponsible. You bring a civilian into the warehouse? Let Anthony see her? What the hell are you thinking? I'm thinking it's my decision, Leo. Leo. Dante's cousin. Gianna dressed quickly, moved toward the sound. This girl is a liability. You've known her a week and you're making her a target. The Calabreses are asking questions. The Russians are asking questions. I'm aware of the risks. Are you? Because you're acting like a lovesick teenager, not the head of this family. Ever since you met her, you've been distracted. Soft. Making decisions with your heart, and that's going to get people killed. Gianna's stomach twisted. She should have stayed hidden. But pride wouldn't let her. She stepped into the living room. Both men turned. Leo was younger than expected, early 30s, polished, handsome. He looked her over with barely concealed disdain. The liability has ears, Leo said dryly. Leo, that's enough. Dante moved toward her. No. Gianna held up a hand. Let him speak. You think I'm a problem. Say it to my face. Leo's eyebrow raised. Dante didn't mention you had a spine. He doesn't mention a lot of things. She refused to look away. So go ahead. Tell me why I'm such a disaster. Because you're not built for this world. You're a waitress. A civilian. And the moment our enemies realize Dante cares about you, they'll come for you. Use you to hurt him, control him, destroy him. You think I don't know that? Then prove it. Walk away. Take the money Dante's spending on your diner. Rebuild somewhere else. Let him focus on keeping this family safe. The words hit like blows. Underneath the cruelty was truth. She was a liability. A weakness. Leo, get out. Dante's voice was ice. Now. Not until she understands. I said get out. The roar made them both flinch. This is my life. My choice. If you can't respect that, find somewhere else to work. Leo's jaw tightened. Fine. But when this blows up, and it will, don't say I didn't warn you. He stormed out. The door slammed. Silence crashed down. Gianna stood frozen. Leo's words circled. You're a liability. Walk away. Gianna, Dante reached for her. She stepped back. Is he right? What? Is he right? Am I making you weak? Putting your family at risk? No. Don't lie. Her voice cracked. Has your association with me caused problems? His hesitation was answer enough. Tell me. He ran a hand through his hair. The Calabrese family asked questions yesterday. About who you are. What you mean to me. They're concerned I'm making emotional decisions. And are you? Yes. But that doesn't make them wrong decisions. Doesn't it? She wrapped her arms around herself. Dante, I'm not worth losing your empire over. That's not your decision. The hell it isn't. You don't get to destroy your life for me. You don't get to put yourself at risk because you feel something for the broken waitress from Brooklyn. You're not broken. I'm not whole either. I'm barely holding myself together. My diner was destroyed. My life is a mess. And now I'm dragging you down with me. You're not dragging me anywhere. I chose this. Then unchoose it. Walk away before this gets worse. Before someone gets hurt because of me. It's too late for that. He moved closer. Don't you understand? I'm already in too deep. Walking away won't make me safer. It'll just make me alone again. Better alone than dead. Is it? His hands framed her face. I've been alone for 7 years. So fucking alone I forgot what it felt like to care. And then you walked into my life, and suddenly I remembered I'm human. That I want more than power. That maybe I deserve something good. What if I can't do this? What if I'm not strong enough? Then we'll figure it out together. What if being together destroys us? Then at least we'll burn bright before we do. She wanted to say yes. Wanted to be brave. But Leo's words wouldn't stop. When this blows up, and it will, don't say I didn't warn you. Her phone buzzed. Unknown number. The text was simple. Tommy Rodriguez was found in the East River this morning. Thought you should know. Ice flooded her veins. Oh God. Dante took the phone, read it. His expression went dark. Shit. Is he dead? Yes. He was already making calls. Enzo, I need you here now. Tommy was dead. The drunk, handsy asshole, dead. Because of her? This is my fault, she whispered. No. This is whoever killed Tommy to send a message. To me. He crouched in front of her. Gianna. A message that says what? That people around you die? That I'm next. A message that says they're coming for me. They'll use anyone to do it. Reality crashed over her. This wasn't romance. This was real life with real consequences. People were dying. I can't do this, she said, standing abruptly. I can't be the reason someone else gets hurt. Gianna, wait. No. I need space. I need to think. You can't leave. It's not safe. Nowhere is safe. Don't you get it? Being with you makes me a target. Staying away makes me a target. I'm damned either way. Then stay. Let me protect you. I don't want to be protected. I want to live without worrying every choice might get someone killed. I want normal, Dante. And you can't give me that. His face went carefully blank. You're right. I can't. I should go. Back to my apartment. Figure out my life without this. Without me, you mean? Yes. The word felt like swallowing glass. I won't stop you. But I'm assigning security anyway. You can hate me for it, but you'll be alive. I don't hate you. You should. Everyone else does. He turned away. Just go, Gianna. Before I do something stupid like beg you to stay. She wanted to go to him. Take back every word. But fear was louder. She gathered her things in silence. When she reached the door, she paused. Looked back. Dante stood at the window, silhouette against morning light. Alone again. Because of her. I'm sorry, she whispered. He didn't turn around. So am I. She left. The next 3 days were hell. Gianna moved through them in a fog. Supervised reconstruction. Answered questions. Pretended everything was fine. Anna saw through it. What happened? I ended things with Dante. Why? Because people are dying, Anna. Tommy's dead. Being with Dante means danger, and I can't do it. Mommy, Tommy's death isn't your fault. Because of me. Because he was angry at me. Because he was an asshole who made bad choices. Anna gripped her shoulders. Don't take responsibility for other people's choices. But Gianna couldn't stop. She threw herself into work. Made decisions about flooring and paint. Tried not to think about Dante. Failed spectacularly. Everything reminded her of him. The booth where they'd talked. The coffee she poured. The city skyline. Her apartment felt suffocating. On the third night, working late at the diner, her phone buzzed. Unknown number with a photo. Dante at a formal event. A beautiful woman in red had her hand on his arm, laughing. He looked polished, remote, powerful. The text, he's already moved on. You were just a distraction. Stop kidding yourself that you mattered. Gianna stared until her vision blurred. This was good. This proved she'd made the right choice. He was fine. Moving on. So why did it feel like dying? She slumped against the counter, phone clutched in shaking hands. This was what she wanted. Safety. Distance. Normal. It felt like death. Her phone buzzed again. Different number. A video. The same event from a different angle. Showed the woman approaching Dante. Showed him stepping away, expression cold. Showed him saying something sharp that made her smile falter. Then walking away, alone, shoulders tight. A text. Don't believe everything you see. Some people want you to think you don't matter. They're lying. Enzo. Another text. He's falling apart without you. Won't eat. Barely sleeps. Yesterday he punched a wall hard enough to break his hand. He's making dangerous decisions because he doesn't care what happens anymore. You should know, you matter. To him, you matter more than anything. Gianna's hands trembled. A third text. The photo you received came from a burner registered to a shell company owned by the Calabrese family. They're trying to drive a wedge. Don't let them. She sat on the floor of her empty diner, surrounded by construction dust and new beginnings, and finally let herself break. She'd been so scared of being hurt that she'd hurt them both. So convinced she wasn't strong enough that she'd run from the only person who made her feel like strength wasn't necessary. So terrified of losing everything that she'd given up the one thing that mattered. And now she didn't know if she could fix it. Then he kissed her. Not their first, but the first where they were fully present, barriers down, fear acknowledged but not controlling them. His lips were soft, gentle despite the violence he was capable of. His hands cradled her face like she was precious. She kissed him back with 7 days of tension and longing and fear and hope. When they broke apart, breathless, he rested his forehead against hers. I'm going to disappoint you eventually. Probably. And I'm going to push you away. Test you. I'm not going anywhere. Promise. Promise. He kissed her forehead, her cheeks. Come on. Let me feed you actual dinner. At his penthouse, he cooked his mother's rigatoni. They ate at the island, feeding each other bites, laughing when sauce got on her chin. It felt domestic. Like they'd been doing this for years. After dinner, curled on the couch, Gianna asked about his grandmother. She told stories she hadn't shared in years, rolling meatballs at 6, her nana's laugh, how the diner created family for people who didn't have any. And now you're continuing that. Trying to. Some days I feel like I'm failing her. You're strong enough. And you're not alone anymore. She turned to look at him. Promise me something. Anything. Don't make promises you can't keep. If this gets too complicated, if I become a liability, walk away. Gianna. Promise me. He pulled her into his lap, hands framing her face. I promise that if I have to choose between my empire and you, I'll think very carefully. But I'm not promising I'll choose the empire. You should. Probably. But I've spent 7 years building something I don't want. Maybe it's time I fought for something I do. She kissed him, deep and desperate and full of fear that this couldn't last. He kissed her back like she was oxygen. When they finally pulled apart, she pressed her face into his neck. Stay tonight, he murmured. Not for sex. Just stay. Let yourself not be alone. She should say no. Okay. In his bedroom, he gave her a shirt to sleep in. When they crawled under covers, he pulled her against his chest. Thank you, she said quietly. For what? For seeing me. For not trying to fix me. For just being here. His lips pressed to her hair. Thank you for giving me a chance. I might still run. I know. But for tonight, you're here. That's enough. She fell asleep to his heartbeat, steady beneath her ear. For the first time in years, she didn't feel alone. For tonight, that was everything. Gianna woke to an empty bed and raised voices. She sat up, disoriented. 9:47 a.m. The voices grew louder, Dante's, controlled but sharp. Another man's, angry. Completely irresponsible. You bring a civilian into the warehouse? Let Anthony see her? What the hell are you thinking? I'm thinking it's my decision, Leo. Leo. Dante's cousin. Gianna dressed quickly, moved toward the sound. This girl is a liability. You've known her a week, and you're making her a target. The Calabreses are asking questions. The Russians are asking questions. I'm aware of the risks. Are you? Because you're acting like a lovesick teenager, not the head of this family. Ever since you met her, you've been distracted. Soft. Making decisions with your heart, and that's going to get people killed. Gianna's stomach twisted. She should have stayed hidden. But pride wouldn't let her. She stepped into the living room. Both men turned. Leo was younger than expected, early 30s, polished, handsome. He looked her over with barely concealed disdain. The liability has ears, Leo said dryly. Leo, that's enough. Dante moved toward her. No. Gianna held up a hand. Let him speak. You think I'm a problem. Say it to my face. Leo's eyebrow raised. Dante didn't mention you had a spine. He doesn't mention a lot of things. She refused to look away. So go ahead. Tell me why I'm such a disaster. Because you're not built for this world. You're a waitress. A civilian. And the moment our enemies realize Dante cares about you, they'll come for you. Use you to hurt him, control him, destroy him. You think I don't know that? Then prove it. Walk away. Take the money Dante's spending on your diner. Rebuild somewhere else. Let him focus on keeping this family safe. The words hit like blows. Underneath the cruelty was truth. She was a liability. A weakness. Leo, get out. Dante's voice was ice. Now. Not until she understands. I said get out. The roar made them both flinch. This is my life. My choice. If you can't respect that, find somewhere else to work. Leo's jaw tightened. Fine. But when this blows up, and it will, don't say I didn't warn you. He stormed out. The door slammed. Silence crashed down. Gianna stood frozen. Leo's words circled. You're a liability. Walk away. Gianna, Dante reached for her. She stepped back. Is he right? What? Is he right? Am I making you weak? Putting your family at risk? No. Don't lie. Her voice cracked. Has your association with me caused problems? His hesitation was answer enough. Tell me. He ran a hand through his hair. The Calabrese family asked questions yesterday. About who you are. What you mean to me. They're concerned I'm making emotional decisions. And are you? Yes. But that doesn't make them wrong decisions. Doesn't it? She wrapped her arms around herself. Dante, I'm not worth losing your empire over. That's not your decision. The hell it isn't. You don't get to destroy your life for me. You don't get to put yourself at risk because you feel something for the broken waitress from Brooklyn. You're not broken. I'm not whole either. I'm barely holding myself together. My diner was destroyed. My life is a mess. And now I'm dragging you down with me. You're not dragging me anywhere. I chose this. Then unchoose it. Walk away before this gets worse. Before someone gets hurt because of me. It's too late for that. He moved closer. Don't you understand? I'm already in too deep. Walking away won't make me safer. It'll just make me alone again. Better alone than dead. Is it? His hands framed her face. I've been alone for 7 years. So fucking alone, I forgot what it felt like to care. And then you walked into my life, and suddenly I remembered I'm human. That I want more than power. That maybe I deserve something good. What if I can't do this? What if I'm not strong enough? Then we'll figure it out together. What if being together destroys us? Then at least we'll burn bright before we do. She wanted to say yes. Wanted to be brave. But Leo's words wouldn't stop. When this blows up, and it will, don't say I didn't warn you. Her phone buzzed. Unknown number. The text was simple. Tommy Rodriguez was found in the East River this morning. Thought you should know. Ice flooded her veins. Oh God. Dante took the phone, read it. His expression went dark. Shit. Is he dead? Yes. He was already making calls. Enzo, I need you here now. Tommy was dead. The drunk, handsy asshole, dead. Because of her? This is my fault, she whispered. No. This is whoever killed Tommy to send a message. To me. He crouched in front of her. Gianna. A message that says what? That people around you die? That I'm next. A message that says they're coming for me. They'll use anyone to do it. Reality crashed over her. This wasn't romance. This was real life with real consequences. People were dying. I can't do this, she said, standing abruptly. I can't be the reason someone else gets hurt. Gianna, wait. No. I need space. I need to think. You can't leave. It's not safe. Nowhere is safe. Don't you get it? Being with you makes me a target. Staying away makes me a target. I'm damned either way. Then stay. Let me protect you. I don't want to be protected. I want to live without worrying every choice might get someone killed. I want normal, Dante. And you can't give me that. His face went carefully blank. You're right. I can't. I should go. Back to my apartment. Figure out my life without this. Without me, you mean? Yes. The word felt like swallowing glass. I won't stop you. But I'm assigning security anyway. You can hate me for it, but you'll be alive. I don't hate you. You should. Everyone else does. He turned away. Just go, Gianna. Before I do something stupid like beg you to stay. She wanted to go to him. Take back every word. But fear was louder. She gathered her things in silence. When she reached the door, she paused. Looked back. Dante stood at the window, silhouette against morning light. Alone again. Because of her. I'm sorry, she whispered. He didn't turn around. So am I. She left. The next 3 days were hell. Gianna moved through them in a fog. Supervised reconstruction. Answered questions. Pretended everything was fine. Anna saw through it. What happened? I ended things with Dante. Why? Because people are dying, Anna. Tommy's dead. Being with Dante means danger, and I can't do it. Mommy, Tommy's death isn't your fault. Because of me. Because he was angry at me. Because he was an asshole who made bad choices. Anna gripped her shoulders. Don't take responsibility for other people's choices. But Gianna couldn't stop. She threw herself into work. Made decisions about flooring and paint. Tried not to think about Dante. Failed spectacularly. Everything reminded her of him. The booth where they'd talked. The coffee she poured. The city skyline. Her apartment felt suffocating. On the third night, working late at the diner, her phone buzzed. Unknown number with a photo. Dante at a formal event. A beautiful woman in red had her hand on his arm, laughing. He looked polished, remote, powerful. The text, he's already moved on. You were just a distraction. Stop kidding yourself that you mattered. Gianna stared until her vision blurred. This was good. This proved she'd made the right choice. He was fine. Moving on. So why did it feel like dying? She slumped against the counter, phone clutched in shaking hands. This was what she wanted. Safety. Distance. Normal. It felt like death. Her phone buzzed again. Different number. A video. The same event from a different angle. Showed the woman approaching Dante. Showed him stepping away, expression cold. Showed him saying something sharp that made her smile falter. Then walking away, alone, shoulders tight. A text. Don't believe everything you see. Some people want you to think you don't matter. They're lying. Enzo. Another text. He's falling apart without you. Won't eat. Barely sleeps. Yesterday he punched a wall hard enough to break his hand. He's making dangerous decisions because he doesn't care what happens anymore. You should know, you matter. To him, you matter more than anything. Gianna's hands trembled. A third text: the photo you received came from a burner registered to a shell company owned by the Calabrese family. They're trying to drive a wedge. Don't let them. She sat on the floor of her empty diner, surrounded by construction dust and new beginnings, and finally let herself break. She'd been so scared of being hurt that she'd hurt them both. So convinced she wasn't strong enough that she'd run from the only person who made her feel like strength wasn't necessary. So terrified of losing everything that she'd given up the one thing that mattered. And now she didn't know if she could fix it. Gianna sat on the diner floor until her legs went numb. Then sat longer. Enzo's texts stared up at her. She read them over and over. He's falling apart without you. She'd thought walking away was brave. The right thing. But maybe she'd just been a coward. Her phone buzzed. Anna, turn on the news. Channel 7. Now. Gianna scrambled for the TV in the back office. The news anchor's grave face filled the screen. Breaking news tonight. Federal authorities have arrested multiple members of the Rossi crime family in what's being called the largest organized crime bust in New York in over a decade. Among those arrested is alleged underboss Enzo Marconi. Authorities are still searching for Dante Rossi, the suspected head, who remains at large. The remote slipped from her fingers. No. Her phone exploded with texts. Anna, is Dante okay? Do you know where he is? Unknown, they're coming for him. If you know where he is, don't tell anyone. Trust no one. Another unknown, Miss Martinez, this is Detective Sarah Chun with NYPD. We need to speak with you regarding Dante Rossi. Please call immediately. The phone rang. Unknown number. She answered with shaking hands. Hello. Gianna. His voice was rough, exhausted. Don't talk. Just listen. The feds have been building a case for months. Someone inside gave them everything. It's over. Where are you? Somewhere safe. For now. A pause. I'm calling to say goodbye. Her heart shattered. What? I'm leaving the city. Maybe the country. I have resources, places I can disappear. His voice was flat. You were right to walk away. This life destroys everything. Dante, wait. I need you to know, the diner reconstruction is paid for completely. Clean money, legal. There's also money for operations, enough for the first year. No one can touch it. I don't care about the money. You should. It's all I can give you now. A bitter laugh. Well, that and a federal investigation. They'll question you. Tell them the truth, you barely knew me. That you have no idea where I am. Because I don't. You won't tell me. To protect you. One last time. His voice softened. Gianna, these last 2 weeks, they were the best thing that's happened to me in years. You made me remember what it felt like to be human. To hope. Then don't do this. Don't disappear. I have to. It's the only way to keep you safe. What if I don't want to be safe? What if I want to be with you? Silence. Long and heavy. You don't mean that. 3 days ago, you walked away because this was too dangerous. You were right then. You're still right. I was scared. Terrified, and I ran. But I'm done running, Dante. I'm done letting fear make my decisions. Gianna. Where are you? Tell me. No. Dante Rossi, if you hang up without telling me where you are, I swear to God. You'll what? A hint of his old humor, dark and devastating. Hunt me down. Then tell me. Please. Let me choose. You're choosing danger. Prison visits. A life looking over your shoulder. I'm choosing you. Her voice strengthened. Imperfect and dangerous and probably stupid, but real. So tell me where you are, or I'll go to every place you've ever mentioned until I find you. Another long silence. She heard him breathing, heard the war inside him. The warehouse. The one I showed you. I'm tying up loose ends before I disappear. Burning evidence. Stay there. I'm coming. Gianna, the feds could show up any minute. Then I better hurry. Don't you dare leave before I get there. Why are you doing this? I'm giving you an out. Because I love you, you idiot. The words tumbled out. I love you, and I've been miserable without you, and life's too short to play it safe. So I'm coming. And you're going to wait. And then we're figuring this out together. She heard him inhale sharply. You love me. Unfortunately. Terrible timing, I know. I love you too. The words were quiet, odd. God help me, I love you too. Then wait for me. I'll wait. But Gianna? Come alone. Don't tell anyone. If the feds are watching. I know. I'll be careful. 20 minutes. I'll be here. The drive took 18 minutes. The warehouse district was dark, abandoned. Gianna parked a block away and walked, heart hammering. The door was unlocked. Inside, the polished atmosphere was gone. Furniture overturned. Papers scattered. Filing cabinets emptied. And in the middle stood Dante. He looked wrecked. Shirt untucked, hair disheveled. Right hand bandaged, the one he'd punched a wall with. Dark circles shadowed his eyes. When he saw her, he went still. You came. I said I would. She closed the distance, stopping just out of reach. You look terrible. You look beautiful. His voice was hoarse. You're always beautiful. Dante. Before you say anything, understand what you're walking into. Everything is falling apart. My empire, my family, everything. I have nothing to offer except danger. I don't need you to offer anything. I just need you to stay. I can't stay. Not here. His jaw tightened. I have contacts overseas. Places where American government can't touch me. I could disappear, start over. Alone. Yes. But he said it like a death sentence. What if you didn't have to be? He stared. What are you saying? I'm saying take me with you. Gianna, no. Why not? She grabbed his shirt. What's keeping me here? A diner being rebuilt? I can rebuild anywhere. A city full of painful memories? What do I have that's more important than you? Your life. Your safety. Your future. My future is whatever I make it. And I want to make it with you. She pulled him closer. Here or overseas or anywhere, I don't care. I just want you. You don't know what you're asking. If you come with me, there's no going back. You'll be a fugitive. I already lost everything when I walked away from you. These 3 days have been hell. Tears spilled over. I'd rather have one day with you than a lifetime of safety without you. Gianna, his voice broke. I love you. I'm terrified, and this is probably the worst decision ever. But it's my decision. So let me make it. He pulled her against him, arms crushing her. I love you so much it scares me. I've never felt like this. Then don't burn it alone. Let me help. He kissed her, desperate and claiming and full of everything they couldn't say. She kissed back with 3 days of misery and a lifetime of loneliness. When they broke apart, breathless, he rested his forehead against hers. If we do this, there are rules. Your safety comes first. Always. We're honest. No more running. We talk, we fight, we figure it out. And you get a say in everything. We're building something new. Together. Equal partners. I like that rule. Good. Because I'm terrified of messing this up. We'll mess it up together. The sound of car engines cut them off. They both froze. Gianna moved to the window. 3 black SUVs. Men in FBI windbreakers, weapons drawn. Shit. Dante was already moving, grabbing her hand. Back exit. They ran through corridors and storage rooms. Behind them, shouted commands, FBI. Dante Rossi, we have the building surrounded. They burst through a back exit. Dante's car, a nondescript sedan, was 20 feet away. Get in. You drive. What? Why? Because if they catch us, you're just a civilian taken hostage. You didn't know anything. I forced you. Promise me. Dante. Promise me. I promise, she lied. They were 10 feet from the car when an agent rounded the corner, weapon raised. Freeze. Hands up. Dante pushed Gianna behind him. She's got nothing to do with this. Let her go. We'll sort that downtown. Both of you on the ground. More agents appeared. Surrounded. Gianna's mind raced. This was it. Then she remembered Enzo's warning about the Calabrese family. About someone inside. Wait, she shouted. You've been played. The agent's eyes narrowed. What? Someone inside the Calabrese family fed you information about Dante. They're using you to eliminate competition. Check your source. Ma'am. She's right, Dante said calmly. Your CI is Vincent Calabrese. And while you've been focused on me, the Calabrese family has been expanding into human trafficking. Children, specifically. The agent's jaw tightened. How do you know that? Because I've been trying to stop it. Dante reached slowly into his jacket, pulling out a USB drive. Everything I have on their operation is here. Names, locations, routes. I was going to send it anonymously. But if you're more interested in arresting me than saving kids, give me that drive. Let her go first. She walks. Then you get the drive and I come quietly. The agent's radio crackled. A conversation Gianna couldn't hear. Then, we need to verify this. Both of you don't move. 10 minutes later, Gianna stood watching as agents led Dante away in handcuffs. He looked back once. "I love you," he mouthed. "I love you too," she mouthed back. Then he was gone. Detective Chen approached. "Ms. Martinez, you're free to go. But we'll need a statement." "I want a lawyer." "That's your right." Chen studied her. For what it's worth, the information on that drive checked out. If Rossi's telling the truth about what he knows, he is. Whatever else he's done, he's telling the truth about this. Gianna got in the car and drove 2 blocks before pulling over and breaking down. Dante was arrested. Her grand gesture had mattered. None of it had mattered. He was gone. She sat sobbing until dawn. Her phone buzzed. Unknown number. "Don't give up on me yet. This isn't over. I have one more card to play. Trust me. I love you. D." She stared at the message. Trust him. The terrifying thing was, she did. Whatever happened next, they'd face it together. Or fall apart trying. 3 weeks passed. 3 weeks of lawyers, depositions, federal agents combing through Gianna's life. 3 weeks of reporters outside her apartment. 3 weeks of Detective Chen's probing gaze asking the same questions differently. Gianna answered honestly. She'd met him at the diner. They developed feelings. He'd told her vague details about his business. She'd been horrified learning the full truth. Most of it was even true. The diner reconstruction continued. Everything was paid for, clean, legitimate. The feds verified every transaction, found nothing they could use. Gianna threw herself into the work. New booth cushions in deep red. Updated menu keeping Nana's recipes. Making the diner hers while honoring what it had been. Anna worked beside her, steady when everything else felt like quicksand. "Have you heard from him?" Anna asked one afternoon, both painting the kitchen wall. "No. His lawyer said he's cooperating. Giving them information on the Calabrese family, trafficking operations. They're considering a deal." "What kind of deal?" "Reduced sentence. Maybe witness protection." Her voice was hollow. "Either way, I probably won't see him again." "Gi. It's fine." It wasn't. Nothing was. It was never going to work anyway. Her phone buzzed. She ignored it, probably another reporter. It buzzed again. Then again. "Answer it," Anna said. Gianna checked. Unknown number. She answered. "Hello. Ms. Martinez? This is Jennifer Walsh, Mr. Rossi's attorney. Can you talk privately?" Gianna's heart stopped. She looked at Anna, who immediately left. "I'm alone. What's happened? Is he okay?" "He's fine. Better than fine." The lawyer sounded almost amused. "He's reached a deal with federal prosecutors. In exchange for testimony against the Calabrese family and information on 3 trafficking rings, he's pleading to lesser charges, conspiracy, racketeering. He'll serve 5 years in minimum security." 5 years. Not life. Not forever. 5 years she could wait. That's good. It gets better. As part of his cooperation, he's divesting from all criminal enterprises. Everything goes into legitimate businesses or charitable foundations. He'll emerge a free man, no parole, clean slate. "Why are you telling me this?" "Because he asked me to. And because there's something he needs you to do." Papers rustled. "Mr. Rossi has restructured ownership of several properties. One is a commercial building in Brooklyn housing Lucia's diner. He's transferring full ownership to you. The building, the business, everything. You'll also receive a trust fund, completely legal, to cover operations. He's also established a scholarship fund in your grandmother's name for culinary students." Tears streamed down Gianna's face. "I don't understand. Why would he?" "Because he loves you." He was very clear. He said, and I quote, "She deserves to build something beautiful, even if I can't be there to see it." He's also written you a letter. I can arrange delivery. When can I see him? He's requested no visitors during incarceration. He feels it wouldn't be fair to ask you to wait. He wants you to move on. Build your life. Be happy. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Anger mixed with grief. He doesn't get to make that choice for me. That's what I told him. But he's stubborn. However, Ms. Martinez, he can't stop you from writing. And if you happen to visit during standard visiting hours and request to see him, that's your right. A laugh bubbled out, unexpected and watery. Thank you. Good luck. I have a feeling you two deserve each other. After hanging up, Gianna stood in her grandmother's kitchen, her kitchen now, and let herself feel everything. Grief. Hope. Love that had survived impossible odds. Anna peeked in. Well. He made a deal. 5 years. And he gave me the diner. She wiped her eyes. He gave me everything and asked for nothing. So what are you going to do? Gianna looked around. At fresh paint and new equipment. At restored photos of her grandmother. At the legacy she was determined to continue. I'm going to build something beautiful, she said quietly. And when he gets out, I'm going to be waiting. 5 years is a long time. I've waited my whole life for something real. I can wait 5 more years. 4 years and 8 months later. The diner was packed. Sunday morning rush. Anna and staff moved like choreography. Gianna worked the kitchen, calling orders, plating food with Nana's precision. Dante moved through the space, refilling coffee, bussing tables, chatting with regulars. He'd become a fixture. Mr. Castellano's debate partner. The steady presence that made everyone welcome. He wore a wedding band now, matching Gianna's. They'd married in the diner, simple ceremony, family and friends. Anna had cried. Mr. Castellano had cried. Even Leo, who'd eventually reconciled, had gotten misty-eyed. The scholarship fund had grown. The diner employed 15 people, good jobs with benefits. Lucia's had become more than a restaurant. It was a gathering place, a support system, a home. And every Thursday night, Gianna hosted community dinner. Pay what you can, eat as much as you need. Chaos and beautiful and exactly right. Gianna caught Dante's eye across the crowded space. He smiled, that private smile saved just for her. She smiled back. A teenager approached, one of their scholarship recipients, working part-time while studying culinary school. Chef Gianna? Someone asking for you. Says they knew your grandmother. Gianna wiped her hands and headed to the dining room. An elderly woman sat in booth 3, looking around with tears. I'm Gianna. You knew my Nana. I did. We grew up together in Sicily. I heard she passed, heard you'd kept her diner alive. I had to see it. Please, stay for breakfast. On the house. Gianna gestured to the menu. What was her specialty when you were kids? Lemon ricotta pancakes. She made them every Sunday. Then that's what you'll have. Gianna headed to the kitchen, wiping tears. Dante intercepted her, concern in his eyes. You okay? I'm perfect. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. We both are. They were. Against all odds, despite impossible circumstances, they built something beautiful. A life. A love. A future. Dante helped her plate the pancakes. Their hands brushed. He caught her fingers, squeezed gently. Ready for another day? He asked. With you? Always. They carried the food out together, partners in everything. The diner hummed with life and laughter and the smell of coffee and home. In booth 3, an elderly woman took her first bite of lemon ricotta pancakes and smiled through happy tears. Some legacies never die. Some loves never fade. Gianna looked at Dante, this man who'd walked into her diner years ago and changed everything. Who'd gone to prison and emerged transformed. Who'd chosen her over empire, vulnerability over control, love over fear. What are you thinking? He asked, reading her like he always did. That I'm happy. After years of just surviving, I'm actually happy. Me too. He kissed her forehead. Me too. Outside, the city buzzed with millions of lives, millions of stories. But here in this Brooklyn diner, 2 people had found something rare, love forged in fire, tested by time, strong enough to last. The fearless waitress who'd warned a mafia boss man, don't dare me, had dared to choose love anyway. And the man who'd had everything had learned that the only thing worth having was her. They'd fought for their chance at happiness. And they'd won. Every single day, they chose each other. Every single day, they built something beautiful. And every single day, they proved that sometimes the bravest thing you can do is let someone love you, and love them back, with your whole imperfect, fearless heart. What does love at last mean to you? Is it about finding the right person, or being brave enough to choose them when you do? Drop your thoughts below. We love hearing your stories.
Thank you for watching this story to the end. If you enjoyed this story, you will surely love the next one. It's as interesting and even more intriguing as can ever imagine. So do check it out. Click on the image showing on your screen right now to watch the next one.